back to the shot clock after the buzzer. Yeah, 138-94 kind of says it all in the score, 100. Most of the time you can look at the plays and, look at all the stat sheet and you really don't know what happened in the game. Not this time. You can look at that number and you can just guess. Lakers just had a bad game, 100%. Now look, we lean on Anthony Davis, we lean on LeBron, and those guys that we lean on both kind of weren't there for us to do the leaning tonight. And then everybody else wasn't there for us to lean on tonight. We talking about D'Angelo Russell, barely gives like 11 points, something like that. He can give us 20-something. He can give us those bigger numbers in assists. He can give us those bigger numbers in rebounds when he feels like it. And so that inconsistency is starting to become a problem. But before we go on, let's just go ahead and just listen to Darvin Ham and see what he had to say about it tonight. Coach Darvin Ham.
Games, has there been anything that you noticed specifically in those first, why the teams are getting leads early?
I mean, teams are going to come out and swing with their hardest punch, especially, when they're playing against the Lakers. But, if it's a miscue, I felt like we let some in-game adversity, whether it was, some calls that didn't go our way, some shots we normally make, got some great looks in that first quarter that didn't go down. We said it before the game, this team puts you in a position where you got to give multiple efforts and you got to have a next play mentality. They have championship aspirations, so do we. But in the short term, your competitive spirit has to be at a high level, and it has to be bulletproof to a certain degree because things are going to happen in an NBA game. It's a game built on runs, and so when the team is pushing, we came out great, and they started making their run. You have to buckle the screws, buckle down, and meet force with force. And I thought at different segments, they out-hustled us on and got some offensive rebounds, and they made some shots, and I thought we kind of dropped our heads a little bit. But, we're dealing with a lot of adversity right now with injuries and the like. But to me, I'm not making excuses. We showed during different moments in that game that, we had enough to do what we needed to do. It just wasn't consistent enough.
You mentioned the effort level or energy level. That last stretch of the game, Darvin, you went with some guys just to give them a chance to play, even though they hadn't played.
Coach Darvin Ham is usually, very well outspoken, and this isn't. You can tell he's upset right now. You can tell, like I said a couple of games ago, that he's had enough of it. It's not just the execution. It's not just the chemistry is off. You're not playing defense. You're not defending, right? You're sagging off on your player. Look, if these guys are hitting the three-point shot at a regular mark right now, there is no reason for you not to be on that guy at all times. At all times. Lack of effort is what we saw tonight. Lack of effort. But let's just listen to Anthony Davis and see what he has to say about tonight. Anthony Davis.
Second foul. It seemed like things were picking up from the game in Cleveland. What did you feel like changed from that point to have the game go like it went?
I feel like we just wasn't together. A lot of quick shots, no pass shots, one pass shots. Then they started making a lot of shots, and now when the league kind of opens up a little bit, 15 to 20, 25. I feel like we all try to be the hero to make the team come back instead of just sticking with it. I think that's what kind of happened tonight, but they just.
Now, what we would like to hear from Anthony Davis was some accountability. Some reasoning of why his effort was a little bit lower. How come he started that game on fire against Joel Embiid, got those 2 early fouls, but how come he couldn't get the third? How come he couldn't get the fourth? But yet he got a third and fourth. You see what I'm saying? These are things we need to know. What's going on? Everybody's sitting back around, moping around like there's some secret going on in the locker room. The only secret that I know of is that somebody's on the trading block. And it might be you. Or it may be somebody else. Who knows? But let's just go ahead and listen to LeBron James, man, and see what he thought about tonight. LeBron James.
The beat second foul, and then Philly went on kind of an extended run that didn't seem to stop. Was there anything in particular you noticed about how things got to that point until they eventually got out of hand?
3-point line. We got killed on the 3-point line today.
First half, Beverly and Morris made 6 combined. I think up to this point, they had only made 6 so far. You guys weren't getting a lot of looks and/or converting them. Do you think it's a systemic thing, or was it just they weren't getting in and you weren't getting out to coverages tonight?
No, we went with our coverages. They made shots. Give them credit.
Different topic, just bigger picture for you. Past Kareem for just the most minutes spent on an NBA court. If you combine regular season and playoffs tonight, is that just? Not that it's going to sink in this second, but just no one's ever actually just set foot on a court as much as you at this point in the NBA history.
That don't mean much to me. No.
LeBron ain't playing. See, look, to have a championship team, a team has to have championship aspirations. Because it's a team game. But if only one person has championship aspirations, something's not going to go right. I'm just telling you how I'm supposed to. What do you want me to do? I'm not trying to be the bearer of bad news. I'm just keeping it 100. Hey, that's the shot clock. Thank you for tuning in to After the Buzzer. Wait a minute. Real quick, we have a quick interview. First game in the NBA. J Hood, Shafina. Let's listen in.
Jalen, just starting out individually, how did you feel physically as you've been kind of working back from this injury to actually get on the court and get up and down and get some run? How did that feel?
It felt good, honestly. Been out for 6 weeks, so to be able to get in there and get some minutes, that was a huge blessing. Body felt well. But yeah, from a personal standpoint, that was definitely a positive. Definitely felt good.
Got obviously a difficult game from a team standpoint, to come in down by a lot for much of the game. What are the things that you were trying to do to try to get done in running units and, defending?
Just keep playing. By the time I got in, it obviously wasn't too much we could do, but we never stopped playing till the game's over. So I think just being able to get in there, try to control what I can control, and just, continue to, play the game till it's over.
What have you been observing throughout the time that you've been rehabbing the injury and just watching about the team?
Hey, I got nothing negative to say about the guy, man. Look, we wish him the best here on the Lakers. Hey, get your shots up whenever you can, buddy. And glad to see you off the injured list. Hey, that's the shot clock. Thank you for tuning in to After the Buzzer. We'll see you on the next one.